Capcom announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's
Monster
next in their
Hunter.
celebrated franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Let's go. This is the only thing that I wanted. Oh, let me, please, let there be giant monsters.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be
What's with these designs, though?
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before.
One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Okay, so I guess they're going for interactions or something.
Now to lead it away from the pack, we'll make for the desert.
Right. The sandstorm. Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
The monsters look great. I mean, those are clearly low level. Okay, we have the mounts all the time. The rise. Seems like you can have several weapons during the hunt.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Now you can hold him. Very interesting. 2025, yeah, of course. Okay, guys. So today, well, I just watched the reaction video of the announcement, or not announcement, but for the new trailer of Monster Hunter Wilds. And yeah, I've been rewatching the trailer a couple of times, and I wanted to make a video just to analyze and share some of my impressions so far from the game and the footage that we have available right now. So yeah, let's go and play the trailer again. I'm gonna be playing it without that sound so that I can pause it and share some stuff. So first we have this interaction with the characters. Capcom has shared that for the first time our hunter is going to be talking. You know, he's gonna have actual voice, and I mean, it's not bad. I really prefer my Monster Hunter with the least amount of story beats and forced interactions and just focus on the gameplay. But I mean, I think World being that successful and having those elements, I don't understand why Capcom would like double down on those aspects. But I wouldn't lie. I would be lying if I said that I love it. Hopefully they tone it down in the way that we are able to just skip them and not being forced to watch them every time someone we want to play with someone. On top of that, playing with someone also another big hope for me is that we finally get crossplay. I usually play on PC, but my nephews and they used to play on Xbox, and if there's a Switch successor version, which I very much doubt, and I will talk about that a little bit later. But I will be able to to play with more people that way. I really don't know that many people with PlayStations or with PCs for that matter. So being able to play with my friends would be great because well I play the Rise. I play with my nephews with both of them. All of us have Switches, and it was a blast. Playing with friends is definitely the way. Monster Hunter is the most enjoyable. And although I like to play by myself, solo, like the being able to challenge myself a little bit, and then just playing for fun or grinding with someone I know. Because although well, Monster Hunter 3 and those times, it was oh shit, it was easier to just play with randoms. And Monster Hunter World, since Monster Hunter World, they incentivize that quite a lot because well, they're building a community, mostly because well, most of the time is just you just ask for help or a single hunt, and then you never see that person again, which was different in the previous Monster Hunter where you had to make room and people will have to join, and you will have to you know talk to each other and say I want to farm this, and it was easier to make like friends with randoms than from World onwards on Rise. But still, crossplay will be a great way because also well with Capcom is not really a sure thing for that to happen so far. We have like Exoprimal, which is another multiplayer game from Capcom, and they in there you cannot play with your friends. You can matchmake, like you can play with randoms from all platforms, but you cannot play with your friends if they are on a different platform. You cannot make a room for crossplay basically. So yeah, that is a little bit disappointing, and hopefully they change that. Street Fighter 6 it also has crossplay, and I think in that way you can just join with whoever in a room. Hopefully it's more of that and not like Exoprimal. But yeah, hopefully we have finally some crossplay. So yeah, I'm taking too much time here. Like yeah, I don't really like. We see that there are some returning characters from Monster Hunter 4, which I guess was like the first one that had a little bit more of a story to it with the caravan, but still wasn't as obtrusive as it was in World. And Rise wasn't bad either. If it's more like Rise, I will be happy, but I'm not hopeful. I think they're going to go in to try to make this like a cinematic experience because that's what worked with World. And another thing that I really don't like is that girl in the glasses. I think her design is a little bit weird. Like she stands out a little bit as like kind of hipsterish, kind of clothes from not so much in World, I think. But yeah, whatever. Another thing that we learned from the PlayStation blog and that kind of stuff is that Capcom posted that it's not confirmed, but apparently you will no longer just going out on a hunt for something specific. Like maybe you will be roaming around the world, which seems to be a little quite a bit more open than before, and you'll be like entering quests basically in the open world, which I think it could be a good change. But also I hope we don't lose that, like just choose a quest and just fight a monster over and over and over, because that's usually what the Monster Hunter experience has been. Here we can see a lot of what I think is going to be the difference, or the special thing about this game is that, well, there's going to be like weather changes. Apparently, maybe there's going to be just like the normal weather, and then like super extreme weather, like sandstorms and stuff like that in this map. But it's not like it's suddenly going to start rain. I'm guessing in another map it's going to be like super heavy rain and stuff like that, and that's going to change the behavior of some of the monsters and how they interact between each other. And I've seen a lot of people say that they don't feel the visuals are that stunning, and I kind of agree. They don't. It's not like a huge jump from Monster Hunter World. Obviously, everything is more open. The area is going to be like super expansive, apparently, and you're going to have several monsters on the screen, basically. But that already happened with Rise, right? If you guys remember, although not in an open space, when playing on the Rampage quest, there were up to 10 monsters at the same time. So the RE engine, we know that it can handle it, but you can see that there's a lot of more physics-based gameplay and a lot of more like interaction between the monsters and the environment. Like you can see that lightning strikes in one of the monsters in a little bit here, or that there's going to be sand, skull moving sand, and that may trap some monsters. But yeah, basically when you're in the sandstorm, there's going to be thunder around, and you can see that one of the monsters there works as a lightning rod, basically, which is cool. I mean, I guess if another monster is close to that, it may get hurt by it. Maybe that monster is adapted himself to withstand the thunder, but maybe another monster, the big monster here, will not. And another thing that I wanted to point out is that, well, from the dialogue here, we see that you can, or one way to make your life easier will be to like kind of distract some monsters to, just fight one instead of fighting like fighting instead of fighting several or a pack. So that's another thing that I think is I'm having a little bit of trouble here with what I want to be the background music. But yeah, basically that's an interesting stuff, right? Trying to isolate one monster so that you can fight them more easily. I think that's what Capcom is going to go very hard on, like the interactions between monsters and what you can do to alter that, also via the weather or by your own environmental actions. So that is cool, and that's what I think my next point. You can see how that monster throws another one to you, how he uses. I mean, that's not new. You also, that has happened before in Monster Hunter Rise. It happened, or they also, Capcom blog also mentioned that this monster is going to you know, put stuff on his arms to alter some of his attacks, which also happens already in Rise with the ice monster. I forgot his name. But yeah, that already happens, right? So it's not. But you can see here the interactions, how some other small monsters are able to attack in pack to the other monster, and you can see here how you can use your mount to escape some certain situations. Actually, in another shot around here, you can see that your mount can help you get up faster after an attack, kind of like Wirefall used to work a little bit, in just a bit slower and more like in world. But that happened in Rise, right? With the Wirebox, you could like Wirefall and just evade certain situations, but you could also, the monster could also punish some of those evading options. I don't know. I don't remember where it was, but there you. When it happens, I'll let you know. I think it's there. Yeah, and there you can see how your mount comes and picks you up, and from there, I guess you start healing and stuff like that. And then you just call your mount. And well, the big change is that you will be able to bring 2 weapons to your hunt. So it's still not. They haven't said it has to be like 1 melee and 1 ranged weapon for, or you can just mix and mash, or maybe with two of the same weapon but with different elements and stuff like that. I'm guessing that's going to be the case. I mean, I don't think they're going to be like that restrictive. So yeah, the mount is necessary for that. You cannot just change at any time. You have to mount. You have to mount your animal in order to make that change. And here we see another of the changes. We see that you can attack from your mount, jumping attack, which is cool. And they mentioned in the PlayStation blog also that there's this focus mode, basically, which allows you to counter basically the certain monster sections, and from there doing these kind of cinematic moves. Hopefully, I mean, while it looks cool, I hope it's not like the main way to fight the monsters. I prefer the most methodical way of just positioning well yourself in a place where you can punish the attacks of the monster. But yeah, like you can. I hope you can just do those like from time to time, and that's not like the main way to attack monsters. Just like, for example, in Iceborne, I didn't really like how the Clutch Claw was like basically necessary for every kind of interaction with the monsters. It's not really the way I prefer to play Monster Hunter, but you know, people like cinematic stuff and things like that, so I guess that's why they're doing it. And you can see here you call your other companions. I guess it's going to be very much like World and Rise, where you can just join a quest which is already ongoing, and there's not too much like prep before the hunt. So yeah, that's what I can gather from both the blog post and what I've seen. The game, what I wanted to talk mostly was that I think the game is going to be a bit more like Dragon's Dogma 2 in the way that Capcom is going it's going to go really hard on the interaction between monsters and between the environment, physics. The physics of the monsters, how they attack, and how their fur moves and stuff like that. I think is going to be a very CPU intensive type of game, just like Dragon's Dogma 2, which, although it's obviously a great thing to me, I really enjoy Dragon's Dogma. What it brought to how it made it different from other open world games, even though some of those decisions were not really that popular with a lot of people, but they no fast travel and stuff like that, because it made the world seem a lot more alive, and hopefully that is also the case for this game, where all those interactions and being in constant change, and where everything can happen because an environmental change and stuff like that. Those crazy interactions, I think, was going to make the game great and very different from previous Monster Hunters. That also is, I think, we can see that the frame rate is not like great. This is going to be, without a doubt, a 30 frames per second game on consoles, and maybe on PC with a very strong CPU, we may be able to go beyond the 30 frames per second limit. We'll see, but I think this is going to be very much like Dragon's Dogma, which is going to be very demanding for your CPU and may be difficult to adapt to lower powered machines, which brings me to the point about the Switch successor, where I really think this game is going to be difficult for the Switch successor. We know a little bit about what the Switch successor is going to be, like its specs and stuff like that. It all depends on the clocks, right? But when you are talking about a machine that is going to be running on maybe 10 to 15 watts most of the time, well, obviously some concessions will have to be made, right, in some parts, mainly on the clocks of the processors. So while the graphics I don't think are really extreme, I think that it's going to be a situation where the CPU may be the limit. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully this just has like bad frame rate because the game is early and it's actually not very well polished yet. But that's my thought. I think they're really going to what Capcom is going for with this game is to have like these very interactive environments, and by interactive I mean the weather and between monsters and stuff like that. I don't think there's going to be. I mean, there's going to be a lot of turf wars, but turf wars may not be just between like big monsters and stuff like that. So who knows? Those are my thoughts. I think initially when if you see my reaction, you may hear that I wasn't really like that excited, but the more I see the trailer and stuff that may be able to happen in this game, I'm getting a bit more excited and warmed up. So far, no Monster Hunter has like disappointed me. Even if I had some nitpicks, a bit more nitpicks with World than with other games, especially between those like the cinematic focus that it had. It was not enough for me to not enjoy the game, right? So this hopefully this is going to be the same for this game, and so far I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully in Summer Games Fest we're going to see another trailer with a new monster. I don't remember if it said really new monster or just monster that has not appeared in these trailers. But we'll see. It's just next week, so we don't have to wait too much for that. Those type of action seems cool, but like I said, hopefully that's not like the main way for you to interact with the monster. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed this, let me know what you think about my opinions, what your opinions are about the game. Are you excited? Is there something that worries you about this, or yeah, basically that? And if you like what I said, or how I said it, drop a like, maybe a follow. That will help me a lot, and I'll be trying to do a lot more of this type of content. So thank you very much, everyone, and see you guys